Good morning, beloveds. So we went out for a ride today, and I live in a cul-de-sac, and so we headed down the cul-de-sac just to kind of get going. And as I make that turn, I see a rainbow and stop dead. Whipped my phone out, took a picture of the rainbow, and then we kind of kept an eye on it because we figured there would be one more place where maybe we could see a little bit more of the rainbow. Not so much, but I did take 2 pictures of the rainbows. I haven't posted them yet. I need to do that. So my day started out pretty good. I hope yours is starting out well as well. Normally I would take a shower on Wednesdays because I would go to the gym on Wednesdays. Well, I'm going to the gym on Sundays now, so there's that. But my neighborhood is under a boil water notice, so I was like, I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. So yeah. It's been a thing. It's been a thing. All right. So it is August 24th. Our title is there he is. There he is. Hi, baby. As I'm immediately distracted by the cat. Our title is The Great Provider. Our first quote is, they shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house. And that is Psalm 36:8. And the second quote is, God is spirit, God is substance, and substance is supply. This is the keynote to the realization of the more abundant life, to the demonstration of success in financial matters. That's Science of Mind, page 262. Go and mark in the book. Come on, sit down. Many times I have looked at my checkbook and my bills and wondered how they would all be paid. Yet, when I have trusted the universe, knowing all my needs and desires are met, and taken responsibility for the situation by making careful decisions, I have joyfully found that I've had enough to pay everything and still plenty to spare. At the moment I needed it, a sum of money would come through from an expected or unexpected source to meet the demand. A client sent a check. I was asked to speak at a Sunday service. I was called to substitute in a school, or someone gave me a gift. These are only a few of the ways my trust in universal supply was answered. When we have patience and trust and take responsible action to support that trust, prosperity flows to us at the level of our acceptance. We need to lovingly dedicate ourselves to believing the universe is abundant and we are worthy of having all our desires met with plenty to spare and to share. Acknowledging God as our source of supply opens our consciousness to an ever greater awareness and attracts more of everything. Let's give God a chance. I know I have only one divine source for my good. The great provider responds to my every desire. I trust that my good flows freely and effortlessly to me. Opportunities are presented to me with increasing regularity, and I make the most of them. I give thanks for all of the prosperity I have and for all that is on its way. Okay, so, and that it's MM. I believe that's Marilyn Mooney. Yes, Marilyn Mooney. So there's a couple of things in there. When we talk about the great provider, it does require trust on our part. But she also says it requires patience, something that not all of us are good at. I frequently will say patience is a virtue. It's just not one of mine. It requires patience, and it requires trust, and it requires responsible action. Because she said in there, careful decisions. The universe is abundant. Life is abundant. God is abundant. God is an inexhaustible source. But we are still required to, 1, trust, and I know that can be difficult for some of us, and 2, we still have to make responsible decisions. We are a spiritual teaching of personal responsibility. And it also is exactly that. It's about, because Ernest says, if you need money to pay a bill, well, do you need money to pay a bill, or would it be okay if there were another way to satisfy that? maybe they found out that they billed you wrong and you don't actually owe that money. So we get so focused on, with abundance, we get so focused on money, we forget everything else. It's like, there are other ways for these things to happen. Prices can go down, bills can go down, bills can be forgiven because they figured out that they were charging you wrong. Or unexpected sources of income will come in. And I like that she said unexpected and expected. So when we try and tell spirit how to do it, we limit spirit. When we let spirit do it, then spirit finds these unusual ways to satisfy needs like that. That it'll come from an unexpected source, or it'll look a little different, or it'll just straight up be forgiven. And so, because that's one of my favorite stories from, it may have been Raymond Charles Barker, actually, where somebody comes in and says, I need this amount to pay this bill. And so treat for this amount. And whoever it was, either Ernest or Raymond, or it could have been Ernest and Raymond, because they did work together a lot. He says, well, what if the bills just goes away? Would that be okay? And the guy's like, no, I need this amount of money. And Ernest is like, but so we can get so focused on it's got to be this way that we limit spirit. So there's just a whole lot when it comes to abundance, but I do like the fact that she says personal responsibility, and careful management. There are times that we can just throw it all up in the air and go. And then there are times that we need to make sure that we're making careful decisions, but it's got to be a balance of both. It's got to be a balance of both. That's one of the things that we can get so focused on being careful with our money, we forget to have fun. Okay. So, remember that it's a balance of both. Okay. Yeah. I'm just glasses on, glasses off, glasses on, glasses off. It's just a weird existence right now. So the Science of Mind quote is, God is spirit, spirit is substance, and substance is supply. This is the keynote realization of the more abundant life to the demonstration of success in financial matters. In the end, it's all God. In the end, it's all God. And so if we go back to the source, we'll probably be a little more successful, if not a lot more successful. All right. Let's see. Knowing that, yet when I have trusted the universe, knowing all my needs and desires are met, and taken responsibility for the situation by making careful decisions. And that's kind of my favorite line in there. It's like, look, I trust the universe to do this, but I'm also going to manage my part of this. We have taken on material forms for a reason, and one of the things that material forms require is careful management. And then a sum of money would come through from an unexpected or from an expected or unexpected source. Sometimes that's exactly what it is. Somebody just hands you a gift. So, these are only a few of the ways my trust in universal supply has been answered. And that's just it. Never limit universal supply, because it will find all these amazing ways to bring you what it is that you need. When we have patience and trust and take responsible action to support that trust. Blah. Love it. Prosperity flows to us at the level of our acceptance. Now there's the other side of the coin. To the level of our acceptance. How big is our cup of acceptance? If we're holding up a cup of acceptance that's the size of a thimble, then that's what the universe is going to overflow. But the only thing we're going to catch, we're just not going to see the rest of it, is that thimble. So make sure that your cup of acceptance is big, or at least bigger. Just gradually increase it. That's the point of everyday spiritual practice, to gradually stretch those muscles. Gradually stretch that cup of acceptance until maybe it's a bowl of acceptance, or a bucket of acceptance, or a swimming pool of acceptance. If you shoot for the moon and don't make it, you still land among the stars. All right. So we need to lovingly dedicate ourselves to believing the universe is abundant and we are worthy of having all of our desires. Right there. That is what I would tell you the mission is. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to believe the universe is abundant and that we are worthy. All right? The first part's easy to do. The second part is where the work is. Believing that we are worthy. We are worthy of that abundant universe. All right? And I know I'm asking. I know what I'm asking. Which is the reason why the next thing that I suggest, after I've given you the mission, is to suggest that you do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. If we believe that we are worthy, then so much more is going to come to us. All right? And how do we work on believing that we are worthy? By being loving, by being kind, by being compassionate with ourselves. The best place to practice that is on ourselves, because we deserve our own love. We deserve our own compassion. We deserve our own kindness. It is absolutely the best place to practice. And as we practice on ourselves, then we make up a bank to share with other people when we meet people that need a little extra. All right? You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. You are absolutely worthy, but you have to believe it. So, take that walk, take that nap, take that day off. Enjoy that cup of coffee that is, whatever, highfalutin, what have you. Enjoy that, donut. Engage all 5 of your senses. Practice on yourself. It is a spiritual practice. Honest to God, promise. It is a spiritual practice. Take a deep breath, or 2 or 3. Sit down. That's the one I'm working on. Sitting down. Yeah. My knees are like, you will sit down now. If you will sit down for 5 minutes, then I will work for another hour. All right, go. Yeah. So, I'm learning to listen. It's practice on yourself. Practice on yourself. The whole point of spiritual practice is to get more in touch with who you are. Okay? Any spiritual practice. I just happen to like that loving, kind, compassionate because, hey, self-care. You can't pour from an empty cup. So, take care of yourself. Okay. Yes. So, I was so excited about it last week, and then I was wrong about which week it was. The soul session is tonight. And I'm particularly excited about this one, because I went to school with Rafe, and I see how he engages the world, and I really enjoy him, and I think it's going to be an amazing soul session. So I know that that's happening today. Oh, I forgot. Hang on. Do something to engage your mind and your body. Drink plenty of water. I know the temperatures are a little cooler, but still, it's warm out there. Feels like it can still be in the hundreds. Drink plenty of water. Get that early in your day bright light, and it's cloudy. So, I got a little bit of sun, but not a whole lot because I did see a rainbow. And open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you all the time. It's an inside job. Heaven comes from inside out because it's a state of mind, a state of consciousness. And the cool thing about that means you can create it anywhere you are, anytime. All right? Promise. Get to know who you are. Get to know who you are. And remember, you're always worthy. Beloved child of God. Okay, so back to the soul session because I'm really excited about it. Because there's so much about Rafe that's just amazing, and he's lived this amazing life, and he told this really cool story about getting his truck worked on, and meeting this woman who's 96, still driving, getting to hear her stories, and I'm just like, and he just has this way of engaging people. So I think that would be really cool. Him and Jesse having this conversation is going to be really amazing. So I thoroughly encourage you, if you tune in with us live at 7 on Facebook Live, then if you have a question, you can ask him in the chat. And we'll get that. Or, you can always watch it later, either on Facebook or YouTube. Because I'm pretty quick about getting those up on YouTube. So, I'm super excited. So if you want to know what else is going on, because we do have a food market coming up and that stuff, email info@creativelife.org. We're on the rest of the social medias. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, and I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So, super excited. Yeah. info@creativelife.org. Hot links out. Yeah. Okay. I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Meaning I have to go to work. But I'm having a fantastic day, so hopefully you will too. And I'm talking 90 miles a minute. This is just what, yeah. Okay. So have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanting day, a chasing rainbows day, keeping dry day, a practicing our worthiness day, a taking responsibility day, a knowing who we are day. That's what we did this summer, right? We got to know ourselves as the beloved children of God that we are. A good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased, well represented. It is a state of grace. Trust me. You are. All right, so Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. We will have that soul session at 7 p.m. and that's Central Time, just in case you're watching from somewhere else. And then I will be back with you at 9 a.m. So it is all good. This is what I know. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. Know that you are worthy. And I will see you next time.